I'm now going to cover the programming of the Triax TR112 Saorview set-top box. Okay, so at this point in time we have the box connected to the television with a HDMI lead running up, and we have a feed coming into the box from an external UHF aerial. Okay, so by default at this point this menu will come up. Initial install. Okay, so when we're coming down here we can see the language is set to English, which obviously suits us fine. If we go to the country guides, there's a choice of 4 different countries there, so Russia, Ireland, Denmark and Portugal. I presume all these countries have gone for basically the same standards as Ireland have in terms of their Saorview specs. The time zone thing, well obviously we're on GMT here, so that's fine. So then we'll just come down here through the active antenna off and LCN on, that's fine, and just come down to start search, and now we just press the enter button. And what it'll do, it'll just work from the bottom of the VHF 3 band all the way up to the top of the UHF band, and if it identifies a signal, it'll just stop at that band for a moment, and it'll actually it'll tune in whatever radio and TV channels are available for free on it, and then it'll move on. Now if it picks up signal from more than one transmitter, it'll tune in all of the channels, and it has intelligent software inside it that makes a decision on which software was the strongest. So we're coming up here, we're based here in County Laois, so we're coming up to the frequencies here pretty soon. The 2 transmitters will be relevant for us, but normally be Capure and Mount Leinster, so it'll probably pull in from both of these with a single UHF aerial on the roof. Okay, so here we'll see, we're going to pull in a signal now here at 666 megahertz, and there'll be a total of 7 television channels, 1 being the temporary HD channel, or a temporary standard F and RT2 channel, which will go off the air quite soon, and then 10 radio stations. Of course there's more channels planned in the future, such as the RT Junior and the RT +1, things like this, which will broadcast simply the main channel an hour behind. And the bandwidth steps are 8 megs, but that'd be fairly standard. Okay, so to date anyway, we have 7 TV and 10 radio stations. So we'll see if it finds another transmitter here, which I think it has. It'll increase this now to a total of 14 television and 13, and then eventually 20 radio stations. Okay, so everything has been duplicated at that point. So we can see that the progress bar along the top is telling us that we're now at 78% completion. Now we could press the exit button at this point, but just for sense of completion, I'll just let it run to the very end. So you can see the whole process is fairly quick. It takes less than 2 minutes, probably about 1.5 minutes to do a full scan there. And now we're directly into watching television here, and we've got Dr. Phil here now. And interestingly, if I go to channel, just to demonstrate this on the remote control, these button up and down won't change the channels for us. I have to use the channel up and down button here. So if I go channel plus here, I can go to RT2, which of course has been broadcast in high definition. And if I come down here and I go to the final channel, you can see the final channel is not number 14, but rather it's number 17, okay? Or number 7, and that's because it's, as I said, it figured out which channel, which broadcast is the most powerful. So that's it, a complete overview of how to program the TR112. If you wanted to wipe this box and reprogram again, you can simply come along and do a factory reset on it, and allow you to do a scan again. But that's it, the overview.